For this video, I will show you guys some things that you don't want to miss out on from the event week. I will include some of the best bonuses, discounts, and also some special clothing unlocks so that you guys do not miss out. So to begin with, we have this short breakdown from the whole event, pretty much just going over everything that was included. So we can see here that the bail office owners do have the double money on the bounty targets. There is also the hunting pack remix with some double money and RP, and there is some nice clothing unlocks that you can get by simply logging in. So the first thing that we will cover is the clothing unlocks, which is the Oktoberfest gifts. Now luckily enough, if you have not logged into GTA Online this week, you should still be able to get this from the next event week as well, and these clothing unlocks will last until October 9th. One of the clothing unlocks that I really like here is the Alpine outfit. Definitely a really cool addition, and of course just logging in to get this is really cool. We also have some standard clothing unlocks and some different liveries for different vehicles. Now it looks like these liveries are only on drift tuned vehicles, specifically the Ubermax Cypher and the Sentinel Classic Widebody. The only way that you guys can get these liveries is applying the drift tuning modification at the LS car meet to these two vehicles. There is also some other good liveries that you can get by simply applying this drift tuning modification, but probably the most annoying thing about this is once you have applied this and put on the livery, if you take off the drift tuning, the livery will also go as well. I think that is super annoying, but then again, if you like these vehicles, I would probably just do this and keep the drift tuning on. Heading over to the weekly challenge, you probably want to do this before the next event week starts. This will be to secure 6 bounty targets of any kind to receive an additional $100,000. Honestly, this will be quite easy to complete. Every day in GTA Online, you can complete the most wanted bounty target to make just under or just over $250,000, and then along with this, the 3 standard bounty targets which refresh every single hour can still make you upwards of $70,000 and up to $90,000. Just keep in mind that is because they do have some double money and RP. Unfortunately, that is not their standard payout, but definitely one of the best ways to make money this week. We then also have some double money and RP on the Hunting Pack Remix Adversary mode. Adversary modes with the double money and RP can always be a good way to make money, but for the most part you need at least one other player, sometimes even 4 players to even start one of them, but even with this in mind, they can still be super fun to complete. At this point in the video, we will be moving over to the discounts. The first set of discounts that we have is a huge 40% off the Anis RE7B, the RCV, the Weaponized Canada, the Standard Canada, the Osiris, and the Salvage. Now for some vehicles that Rockstar did remove, the RE7B is in fact one of these, and let me just tell you guys, the RE7B is pretty similar to the Benefactor Krieger and the ProGen Emorus. It is not as fast as both of them vehicles, but it does perform pretty similar, and for a 40% discount with it being a removed vehicle, I would 100% try and get this if you can, but just bear in mind because it is an older vehicle, it does not have any Omani Tech upgrades or anything, so if you do play in public sessions, I would probably not drive this around if you get it. And then over to the 30% discounts, we have the Ocelot Swinger, the Pegasi Reaper, the Bezra, and the Seabreeze. The Swinger was also another vehicle removed by Rockstar Games, and out of these two vehicles with the discounts, I would probably say that the RE7B is much better than the Swinger. It also has the better discount with 40% off instead of 30% off, so it could be a pretty valuable option. The next feature that you guys should know about, or at least try and get, will be the Lucky Wheel Podium Vehicle. Rockstar did bless us with the Podium Vehicle from the event week. This time around it was the Truffaut Nero, so if you guys are a lower level or something like that, I would definitely recommend spinning the Lucky Wheel and trying to get this vehicle for completely free. What I really like about the Nero is that it can have the Benny's upgrades on it, which of course leads to more customization options, but this is by no means cheap whatsoever, so just keep that in mind. Also make sure to complete the salvage yard robberies that have refreshed, but just remember you need to own a salvage yard to do these things. Unfortunately, there is no claimable vehicle from the salvage yard. Hopefully next week we do get one of them. For some vehicles at Simone's Autoshop this week, we have the Massacre, the Evizcerate, the Avarice, the Swinger, and the Deviant. Now I did check all of these vehicles and it turns out all of them have been removed by Rockstar Games, so make sure that you go over to Simone's Autoshop and have a look at these vehicles and even give them a test ride, see which one really suits you, and then you can obviously purchase this if you want it. Then for the Luxury Autos dealership, we have the Classe Yosemite 1500 and the Vapid Dominator GT. Now originally I was not going to include these two vehicles because I honestly don't think they are that good, but maybe some of you guys out there might like these two vehicles, and if you do, now is a great chance to pick one of them up. Like I said previously with the removed vehicles by Rockstar, we have some more of them with the test track at the LS car meet. So we have the Anis RE7B, which is of course the one with the 40% discount. We then have the Bravado Buffalo S and the Grotti Stinger GT. All three of these vehicles have been removed in the past, but luckily enough you guys can actually find them here now. So once again, just like Simone's Autoshop, I would recommend giving them a test drive, seeing which ones you really like and then making a decision to either purchase it or not. There is also the HSW test ride, which is the Anis Euros X32. In terms of its HSW speed, if you play on the next gen consoles, this can only reach 131 miles per hour, which honestly is really bad because if we keep in mind that the Ocelot Pariah, which is a standard vehicle with no HSW upgrades, can reach a top speed of 136 miles per hour, we can pretty much tell that this is probably not a good option. Obviously, this is probably not a fair comparison considering the X32 is in the coupes class, but maybe something to think about if you are thinking of getting this. And last but not least, we of course have all of the time trials. I always recommend doing these things no matter the event week because they can make you some pretty nice money overall. We have the standard time trial, which is end to end, located over here on your map, and then the HSW time trial, which is terminal to Chiliad Mountain State Wilderness, which is also located here. So yeah guys, what do you think about this whole event week? Have you actually done any of these things yet? I would recommend probably looking at these removed vehicles because just remember, once this event week does end, they might not come around for quite some time and it can be super annoying, especially if you want that vehicle. But as always, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in some way, shape or form, be sure to leave a like. I really appreciate your support. And if you are new here and like what you see, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. A huge shout out to this channel member, and finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.